Every spring, the Maumee River fills to the brim with two things: fishermen chest deep in the water and tons of delicious walleye. Today, we're going to head out with our friend and walleye fishing pro, Ryan Martin, who's going to show us what gear and tactics we need to be able to reel in the biggest and baddest fish on the water. Let's hop in Ryan's boat, go for a little ride, and see what knowledge this man has to drop on us today.
So I've probably been fishing out here for the past 10 years. I've been fishing on Lake Erie for walleye since I was a rugrat, probably, I don't know, since the age of 6. Specifically for the walleye run in the Maumee River, you're looking for like a medium action. You need a heavy tip rod. You're looking at, something that you want to be a nice graphite, really sensitive. You're looking for a quality reel with a good drag on it. So you're gonna go 10 to 12 pound main line. You're gonna run an egg sinker on that, a lead egg sinker. Then you're gonna run a barrel swivel off of that main line with the egg sinker above that. So then you're gonna run a tippet or a leader off of that barrel swivel, roughly, let's say 16 to 36 inches, depending on the day and the depth and watercolor, all the different variables. Then you're gonna use a floating jig head and you're gonna tie that onto the end of your tippet. For a medium-sized floating jig head, you're looking at a 3-inch grub tail. And then you're gonna hook it, thread it on just like you would kind of a worm for generic fishing. And that's basically it. And then you're looking to just kind of dead drift and bounce that shale rock on the bottom of the river until you eventually just nail walleye and go home and cook them up. The better gear in general you can get, the better experience you're typically going to have, but you don't need to go break the bank to come fish in the Maumee.
All right, now that we know what gear and skills we need to get started, let's head on down the river and find ourselves a good spot to drop the anchor, to settle in, catch a sunburn, and to start reeling in the catch of the day.
Sometimes like bumper boats out here, man. Like people that don't know how to anchor or don't know how to like navigate the river very well.
But before we do that, let's start dishing out some bragging rights and learn a little bit about these magnificent fish. Walleye, which are members of the perch family, are named for their pearl-like eyes, which are caused by a reflective layer of pigment that helps them see and feed at night or in murky water. They are drawn to the Maumee to spawn because they love habitat that includes clean or slightly dirty water with a hard bottom away from underwater vegetation. Female walleye can produce between 23 to 50,000 eggs per pound of body weight. Now after their fry hatch, these carnivorous little guys and gals are hungry, and they will go after aquatic insects and eventually even other fish. Now, once they reach adulthood, they on average end up being between 11 to 30 inches long. But that's enough fish facts. Let's get back to fishing. Although it is assumed that all fishermen do is sit in a boat all day, drinking beer and screwing around with their pals, walleye fishing and fishing in general takes a great deal of skill.
You're gonna be like, that's it. You know what I mean?
Not only do you need to understand where the fish are, you also need to know what the visibility of the water is, what the fish are going to want to eat, and believe it or not, you have to be able to differentiate between what you feel while holding the rod. Is that just a sinker bouncing off the bottom of the river, or is that a walleye going after your jig? Now, as an amateur fisherman, I can attest that this is no walk in the park. Since I have no idea what I'm talking about, let's watch someone who does reel one in.
Legal?
Legal.
Look at this guy. Got him.
How's that feel?
Thank you, walleye. Run up the Maumee.
Now, walleye fishing on the Maumee has a ton of regulations, so you need to be super attentive that the fish you are catching are legally caught. And that means you need to hook them directly in the mouth because the DNR officers are out there watching for illegal catches and over limits and protecting our wildlife. So if it's not legal, toss it back and make sure to rinse the slime off your hand while you're at it. But even if you lose one, the best thing you can do is keep on casting. Thanks. So, for those of you that have never been walleye fishing before, a best practice is that it is always good etiquette to help your buddy net his fish. And let me tell you, when they are on the line, they put up one heck of a fight, and there is nothing worse than seeing someone lose a fish.
Ooh, it's milky.
Nice one, man. Now, the best part about this whole experience is that sometimes, if you're lucky enough, even someone like me can reel in a keeper.
I think we started at 5 a.m. this morning, and I think we're looking at, at 7:30 right now. So
That's a long day.
it can take as long as 15 minutes and 4 casts for 4 fish, or 8 hours, 10 hours later, and you're looking at 4 fish altogether here.
Take It Outside is brought to you by Wood County Park District. Choose your own adventure.